everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Patriots coming in at 2-2, going up against the Bills, who come in at 4-0. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Rolls the lone man in the backfield.
Let's go! Ohio! Here we go! Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And his first pass is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. 11 yards for number 11. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards there for number 15.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Brissett sets to throw it. Lee's got it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, starting lineup for the Bills, and a disruptor on the line, certainly Shaq Lawson.
Loved him during his time at Clemson. Really, really liked him when he played in the national championship game because he wasn't 100%, had gotten hurt in the game before and found a way back onto the field and made a difference.
Back to the ground attack. It's Rawls. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2 yards to go here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They run with a power back. Rawls. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A nice, strong run there for Rawls. His coaches back in high school in Flint, Michigan, you know what his nickname was?
No, what was it?
The Train. The man can break some tackles on occasion.
Well, it makes sense when you watch runs like that, because when you're trying to deal with a train, you're supposed to get out of the way, right? And if you don't, you're going to get bruised up trying to tackle him. That's the type of runner he is. He can pop people as he goes by them.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go. Ohio.
On 2nd down, Brissett again. Incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ohio.
On 3rd down, Brissett. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. The play clock's running down. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Let's go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And it's, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. play fake here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flex round. Let's go. Brand 38.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. They come out here in the eye. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Shift together here from the D-line. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And an alley to run. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary passes.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go. 190.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Brissett to throw on first. And Dwayne Allen on the ground. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Patriots a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second down, Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat. The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. 19 yards that time for number 19. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcel Darius. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll come out in the pistol. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He's got time. Looking deep downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And now out come the Bills. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field. Punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
In motion, the tight end Clay. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down at 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. In motion, the tight end Clay. Play clock winding down. Here's Taylor to throw. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then, you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First carry for the former Florida State man. It's Carlos Williams. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that. He is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And that makes it 14-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. And there was a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second down now after the incompletion. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. A second down throw for Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On third down, Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
play of the half. It's Taylor. Going right side here, and that's complete. So we've reached halftime here. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now Taylor on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, it's McCoy. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here we go.
On second down, Taylor. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. So the D-line's going to spread out. Third and long, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles Clay is tied in the intended target. And fourth down coming up. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Come on, let's go!
Brissett now on second down. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Two receivers left, one to the right. Brissett on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Taylor. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end, Clay. On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on, let's go! Flex round!
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. On second down, Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the fourth quarter. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a two-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
I got you. Here we go. What? Ohio.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
They'll run with Rawls. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go. They go play action with Brissett. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. On third down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
A whole bevy of Patriots there that time to bring him down. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Let's go!
3rd and 2, now Taylor. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Good, solid, strong run that not only gets him a nice chunk of yardage, but takes the clock under 4 minutes. And now they're going to play situational football. How many timeouts does the opposition have left? How many runs do they need to call to make sure they bleed out those timeouts? But even more importantly, mentally right now, they hold the advantage. They probably have them at the verge of breaking. And what they want to do is finish them off.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Taylor to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Let's go!
And the wideout in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. This is caught. Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Come on, let's go!
Now McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Brown in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
In motion left goes Cooks. A second down throw for Brissett. Completes it to Lee. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop.
Here we go.
Brissett. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Another pistol look here. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Allen's got it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Play action now. Brissett. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Here we go. 190.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Double tight. 4 down. Check. Let's go. 190. Watch the screen.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A road win, and the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing.